Hello ladies and Jordan. Welcome to my video on derivatives. We will look at what a derivative is and how to calculate the derivative using the definition of a derivative and a derivative rule. Anyways, let's jump right in. To understand what a derivative is, you have to know what slope is. As you all should know by now, slope is the change in y over the change in x. Both slope and a derivative describe change. Here's a linear function. Let's call it y equals x. At any specific point, the slope is the same, always constant, because it's a linear function. But what happens when we want to know the slope of a nonlinear function? Well, this is where a derivative comes in handy. A derivative is the rate of change at any specific point. It can be thought of as the slope of the tangent line at the given point. For example, here's a crude model of exponential function, with a tangent line at x equals 4. The tangent line shows the rate of change or derivative when the function is at x equals 4. Here is an example of the function x squared and its derivative. This measures the rate of change not at a specific point, but any point in the function itself. Now that you know what the derivative is, you may be asking yourself, how do you calculate it? There are two ways. You can use the definition of a derivative or by using a derivative rule. We will first look at the definition of a derivative. The definition is that the derivative is equal to the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h, where the top of the equation represents the change in y and the bottom is the change in x. This states that you plug in x plus h anywhere there is an x in your function. Then subtract by your function and divide it all by h. At the end of the problem, plug in your limit and you should have the derivative. For example, let's calculate the derivative of x squared minus 2x using the definition of a derivative. First, plug in x plus h anywhere there is an x. Then subtract it by x squared minus 2x and divide everything by h. You should have x plus h squared minus 2 times x plus h minus h squared minus 2x all over h. Next, distribute everything and cancel as much as you can. You should have h squared plus 2hx minus 2h all over h. Then factor an h out and cancel the factored h and the h on bottom. Finally, you will be left with h plus 2x minus 2. Plug in your limit and you'll have your derivative, 2x minus 2. Now let's calculate a derivative using a derivative rule. For this example, x squared will be the function that we will calculate the derivative for. To do this, we'll use the power rule. The power rule states that the derivative of x to the n is n times x to the n minus 1. In simpler terms, the exponent comes down to the front of the integer, and the new exponent is 1 less than the old one. To solve for x squared, all that has to be done is to bring the 2 down to the front and subtract the exponent, leaving just 2x, which is the derivative of x squared. This was my video on derivatives. There was only so much I could do within the limitations of Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching. And you all should know by now, slope is the change in y over the change in x. Both slope using a definite change or derivative when the function is equal to 0. Divide everything by h. You should have x plus h squared minus 2x, x plus h. Oh my god. Thing by h. You should have x plus h squared minus 2x. To solve for x squared, all that has to be done is to bring down the 2 to